What up though? It's Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm here with the 2024 Kia EV9. So the EV9 is kind of like the electric version of the Kia Telluride. First and foremost, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Kia. So Tyler in particular, if you're looking for a salesman, go check out Tyler. I'll leave his number in the description down below. So he's the one that sold me my Acura Integra, the gray one. But on to this Kia EV9. So Kia has brought a full-size SUV to the market. This one has 3 rows. It got a 99.8 kilowatt hour battery, and then it's going to get about 280 miles per charge. So this is a very lovely vehicle. I love this color. It's ocean blue, and then this is the land trim. So it's going to be all-wheel drive. Tripping on these rocks down here, sorry. Almost fell, jeez. So yeah, Kia has been doing their thing. So I did the Stinger review, I did the Kia EV6, which is a smaller version, and now the EV9, and I also did a few more. But Kia has been knocking it out the park as far as everything has been going. Technology, looks, just the whole package. So before we dive a little deeper in this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. We're going to start our way from the back and work our way up to the front. So the trunk release is down here, also on the key fob as well. And looking from the back on front, we have a 6-seater. So we have 2 seats in the very back, captain's chairs in the middle, and the driving passenger seat up front. These, of course, do fold down with the touch of a button right here. We folded the middle row. Oops. And if we want to fold the back row, pull the strap right here, and then the seat is going to fold down. If you need the practicality of it, you can fold all these seats and take them out if you please too, but we have a ton of room in here. This is a very practical vehicle, and we got some space with the seats up. We can fit things behind here. Not a ton, but it is an ample amount of space. We got a 120 volt outlet back here and also a 12 volt outlet. Now let's look at the front trunk, because this is an EV. We don't have an engine up under the hood. We got practicality. So to open the door, I'm going to press this button right here. Pops out as a handle, mirrors unfold, we can get in the vehicle. So to pop the front, press this button twice. Let's see what we can hold up here. This is a very interesting vehicle. I cannot tell a lie. Oh my God, less interesting. Not a whole lot of space up here, but we do have washer fluid, and you can put like a, I don't know, a backpack in here. Not even a big backpack, but we got something better than nothing. Coming into the back seat, I folded the seats down. Let me fold them up. Got to pull this lever. Pardon me while I use both hands. And now we have our seat folded all the way up. So we do have a poverty spec manual sliding seat. Underneath it, there's a little narrow passageway to get in this rear seat. But back here, we got a little bit of room. It's quite practical. Got like less than an inch of leg room in front of me, but I can slide the seat forward if I need to. Got cup holders galore. USB-C outlets, not a whole lot going on back here. Do have LED lighting and vents. Headroom and legroom is great back here, super practical. Let's go to the second row. It's kind of narrow coming down that aisle, but you can fit through. Got to turn those feet sideways or maneuver those legs. Second row, armrest. Something nifty about it, you can fold it down, and to lock it in place, super adjustable. You just lift it up a little bit and it'll lock back down into place. To reset it, fold it all the way up, come all the way back down if you please to do so. We're going to have heated and cool seats in the second row. We do have shades to get the privacy, vents in the ceiling, more controls, panoramic sunroof. Doesn't go all the way through. We got sunroof in the front, sunroof in the back. We have one of these back seat mat pockets, more cup holders here, storage down below. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Comes all the way out. What would you do with this? I don't even know. This EV is super practical, and I love, oh, even more. Got a bend down up in here. All right, these EVs are super practical, especially this one and the EV6 as well. And looking back here, we can also recline the front seat from the back seat, slide it forward, backwards, and tilt. The front seat, this is going to be the cool part of it. You see the steering wheel lifting up, heated ventilated seats, heated steering wheel buttons on the side door, and then we do have these well bolsters, great looking padding, very soft as a hair rest. The technology and innovation they use in these Kias, huge thumbs up. These seats, So let me show you. It's like we got reclining seats for the driver, which is nuts. I haven't seen this in any other vehicle yet. And since this is an EV, you can set it up to when you're charging, it'll put you in the charging mode. So you can recline, relax while the vehicle charges up for you. So you do that by pressing this button here. It's going to slide all the way forward and then relax you all the way back. There we go. So now that you're at a level 3 charger, you can just relax, wait there about 30 minutes, then you can get you a full charge down from like 20%. So this is going to be a pretty simplistic, easy to read, nicely designed. So let's turn it on. The power button is going to be right up here. So this is going to be similar to the Kona that I did drive. So the power button is going to be there, and to put it in drive, flick it forward, reverse, flick it back, and park, push the button in on the side. Got this huge display, lovely screen. The buttons to control the infotainment system is integrated into the dash. We can push our map. It's not an actual physical button like haptic feedback. So not sure how I feel about that, but that's what it is. Our volume rocker is down here, solid to the fill. Our HVAC controls, slightly below that, hazard lights. And then we have our charging ports down here, USB-C. If you want to put on wired Apple CarPlay, this should have wireless Apple CarPlay now. They did put a software update out there. And then if you want a 12-volt charger, we push it right there. So we got 2 USB-Cs up here. And we're also going to have ample storage, so we can hide this. It's like a roll-down desk or roll-top desk, but this is for our cup holders. Watch this magic. Push up a button. Now you can go from just wide open storage, and now we can hold our beverage in here. That's something that we also saw in the Hyundai Kona GT line. Just looking around up front, the materials are different. I don't see these mixture of materials. So we have like a cloth on the dash, cloth on the side over here. I like the design language. Then we got metal for the speakers, the Meridian speakers. We do have a digital rear view mirror for the poverty spec. Behind the cup holders, we're going to have our wireless charger and a little storage in the armrest. And down below, it's just open. It's just the airy cabin, which is, I welcome this. Automobiles have been the same for so long, and I'm glad Kia just took their imagination and just ran wild with it, because this is a well-executed vehicle, design-wise, style-wise. But how does it drive? Let's spin the block. All right, let's take the EV9 and spin a few blocks. Ooh, even before I got there, you like that? I like that. Buckle up for safety. Let's be off. I can tell already it's a windy day, and I can hear the wind. It's funny because they got a trim called the wind. Let me just look at my drive mode. Let's go down to eco mode. So right now it's 92% charged. Got 267 miles estimated charge remaining. So that's going to be our battery saving mode. It's kind of quiet in here. I just hear a lot of wind noise. Drive is really smooth so far, but we are on the recently repaved road. Let's see what it's like when we get on the moon. See how we got our blind spot when we turn on our turn indicator. Let's bang a turn. See how handling is. A little bit roly-poly. Dampening is pretty good on rough pavement. Let's crank it up to normal mode. You can already feel the accelerator got a little bit more touchy, so power to pass, it's all there. Getting back over. The dampening is pretty good. I'm thinking I'm just hearing a lot of road noise, but I'll let you be the judge of that. little bit floaty too. I'm used to EVs being taut since all the weight is down bottom from the battery. But this one kind of has some body roll to it. That's got to be a first that I've witnessed in the few EVs I have driven. Steering is pretty light too. Got to put a little bit of input in to get it to turn. But let's see what it's like once we get into sport mode in just a moment. I got to make some big inputs. I don't know. I like the steering wheel though. I like a chunky steering wheel. Let me adjust that. And this is all mechanical, electromechanical steering wheel with the touch of a button. I really like this steering wheel. Got a great design to it. Simple and comfortable. Nice padding. Not 100% on the steering feel though. Got to make quite a bit of adjustments. The lane keep assist wants me to stay centered. Let's see if I can turn that off. So what I'm finna do now, go up to sport mode. Boom. My goodness. This is not a sport SUV. This is a EV for the family. And it shows that well. The EV6, if you want a more sporty ride, this EV9, the sport is not it. You get this for a family. And then the great thing about it, I know it's not available for the $7,500 federal tax refund or rebate, but they'll mark that off at the dealership. So I've been looking at these to buy, and they will offer that discount of $7,500. So that's a plus. And pricing on here, this vehicle is going to cost around just a little bit over $70,000. I'll post a link to this exact vehicle. So it's fully loaded, every safety feature you could ever imagine on here. Not quite the GT line, which is going to cost $74,000, but just below that. One thing I'm noticing that I don't like is that to see the HVAC controls, like the steering wheel kind of blocks that. It's almost like they need two separate screens to space it apart. It's like one big continuous screen, but I gotta lean to the side to see what the HVAC is on. Now we're about to get on the freeway. Wish I had a little bit more tautness to the steering feel. Let's slow it down a bit so we can see if we need to get a burst of power, how we doing. This does have all-wheel drive. Dang, that's instant. The moment I put my foot on the pedal, it just went, and we're up to speed already. So the power, torque in the EVs is going to be phenomenal. As you should know, instant torque. EVs just boom. And the way they got this pedal set up, it's just explosive. My God, that might be the most instantaneous pedal feel I ever experienced. The moment I floor it, it's gone. You can see it kind of lift up. That's wild. But let me not burn through all their battery. I'm gonna dial it back to normal mode. The sport mode wasn't as sporty as I thought it would be. So who would buy this? So if you're looking for a 3-row SUV that's fully electric, you don't have many choices on the market. Or if you're looking for like a Telluride, that would be an equivalent of a gas-powered EV9. So if you got the infrastructure in your city, this would be great. So it's very comfortable, and I don't want to keep touching on the sportiness because that's what I thought it would be sporty because the EV6 is, but the EV9 is not that. Maybe the GT line, maybe they'll do like a GT version to spice it up a little bit, but this one not as sporty, but it's super practical. It's going to be even more practical than the Telluride because it has less mechanicals that have to go on the inside. These EVs from Kia are always very practical. And the brake feel ain't bad either. It's a little bit squishy, but it's not bad at all. Screen gets on pretty fast. You can change through all of our modes. What's on XM? Everything is fluid. Top 2K. Shout out to Chameleon there. So we do got a brilliant display here. I really like the clarity of this display. Very high definition. Let me turn my heated steering wheel on. It is a little bit frosty out here today. And my heated seats. And our power is doing quite well to have done those little sudden bursts. I'm gonna go right back to sport mode. Cannot help myself. All right, there's our cue to go. No pun intended. Want to get right back on the highway. Man, I wish the steering was just a little bit heavier. Actually, let's keep it on the road for a little bit. The highway, we know it's smooth. Public roads is where you might be driving it most of the time. That blind spot camera comes in handy. I can't see over my shoulder, so I got the window sticker. So the camera there to show me what's in my lane, super helpful. All right, let's test out this power. Man, it gets up to speed extremely quick. I really like the dampening. The road noise is just quite a bit much, and that is most likely the tires. They put on low rolling resistance tires to get higher efficiency, but it's going to add to more road noise, more wind noise. Well, the wind is probably the windows. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but that is what it is. All right, now let me dial it back to normal, because that's how most people we be driving this as a normal civilian. So this vehicle is rated a 10 out of 10, and I just had to get my hands on one to see if it's really a 10 out of 10. So is it a 10 out of 10 to me? No. It's super practical. It does a lot of things extremely well, but a perfect 10, I haven't driven that vehicle yet. There's a lot that come close, and this is also one of them. I do agree that it is great. I give it a 9, but as far as the driving dynamics of it, I just wish it was more, it had better feedback to it. Like the steering wheel, I got to do I had to move the steering wheel a whole lot to get minimal turn. Like, it's a whole lot I gotta move the steering wheel, and the brake pedal, I wish that felt better. Driving dynamics are middling, so. Everything else about it, practicality, the efficiency, it has a level 3 charger, the layout of it, the design, that's gonna be excellent, stellar. But just from those few driving dynamics, I cannot in good conscience give it a perfect 10. I would highly recommend one of these to anybody, but a 10, it is not for Q. And then the body roll too. Gotta mark it down for that. Everything else, outstanding. Go back to my home screen. Is it easy to fumble with these buttons on the dash while you drive? Yes, because it's at an arm's reach. What could I search for? It's not bad at all. I do wish they had like a little command button like on the Genesis, where we have our command controller. Also, they have 2 knobs, one to control the infotainment, and the other one's a gear shift selector. So if they put this gear shift selector in the Genesis, that would be a perfect vehicle. Because the electrified GV70, I really enjoyed that vehicle. The rain sucked, but I did drive it when it was cold outside. So Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, excellent vehicles, especially in the EV world. All right, let's do one final victory lap, one last hurrah. Put it in sport mode really quick, because I just got to know, was it a fluke on those curves, or does it really have that body roll? Yeah, that's body roll, my G. And for the one time, I got to see how it takes off from a standstill with this all-wheel drive. Let's go. Dang. Oh, did you force this? I exaggerated that one, but yeah, it definitely pinned me to the seat. I see why they got this nice little mesh net headrest. Your head is gonna whoop, all the way up in there. I have to do that one more time. And I'm shocked it's still at 90%. That's had to be at least 5 miles we've driven. 90%, and it only went down 3% since I had it, and it's been idling as well. Not bad at all. Q stamp of approval. Coming on back to Golden Kia. So this thing's gonna save you a ton of money on gas. SUVs this size that are internal combustion, they rarely get good gas mileage. Probably the Telluride probably get in the teens. I'll review one of those in the near future, but it's not going to be stellar at all. So let me show you guys how you can park one of these. Flick of the wrist, flick it backwards. Got a rear view camera, 360 degrees. Easy to park. I still like to look over my shoulder and use the mirrors, but let me focus on this for y'all so you can see. The cameras on here are so clear. It's very easy to park these. Look how clear that is. You can tell exactly what you're looking at from the top down. Did I speak too soon? Might have spoke a little bit too soon, because on this side it looks like the Jeep is about to park on top of me, or I'm about to roll up under the Jeep. But yeah, until that came into the picture, let me see if it'll change if I moved over just a little bit more. So I just gotta know. It also has a front camera too, so you don't ram your front end into a curb. Okay, yeah, it still does look a little weird with the stuff that's around you. I like to see a little bit better stitching of the picture in the rear view camera. But that's it, folks. It's going to wrap up the driving portion of it. And that's going to wrap up the review of the Kia EV9. So let me know what you think about the first impressions. What I personally think, it's a very nice vehicle. Super practical, stylish. The design is excellent. Ample storage space. The driving dynamics aren't there for me, but I'm not the main target audience for this. But it is a great buy. The price, you can get these for cheaper, but I just looked at the window sticker. This one was $74,000, so that's a pretty big ticket. Like I did say, you can't get that discount of $7,500, so that's going to make a big difference. But it is expensive, but they do have lesser trims if you don't want all the options. So if I had to rate it, I'll give it a 9 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10, looking at you, car and driver. But that's my take on it. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. With that being said, I'm Q, checking out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.